We are back and ready to attack the Movember build. Now we are currently 2 weeks out from the event, which gives me plenty of time to get this done, but at the same time it feels like it's come around really quick. So the goal is to build a nice, simple, clean road bike, ride it, and then at the end of the event we'll sell it and donate the money. So what we have here is an Avanti Sprint, like maybe 2010 model, and while it does present kind of poorly, it's not that bad a condition mechanically. I purchased it for $70, has a new chain and pedals, and prior to me buying it, it had just come out of the shop for a service. So the plan is to tear it down, paint the frame and forks, and then build it up with a few nice new bits and pieces. That should hopefully make it look a little less dated. So I've torn it all down. I've organized all the bits that I'm gonna keep behind me. They still need a good clean, but I've taken the frame and the forks out the back, sprayed a bit of degreaser over them, hit them with a green scourer, which has made the paint look a lot worse than it already did, but it has got all of that oil and grease out of the paint. So now it's time to sand. So I'll start off and I'll hit the frame with probably 400 grit. There's a couple of bits around the frame where there is some corrosion under the paint. So I'll hit all those, knock that down flat. Then I'll go over the whole thing with 800. Then depending on how deep the scratch marks are in the paint, I'll probably do 1200 over the top of that. Now for the paint, I'll put a photo up on screen of the look that I'm going for. I know it's not gonna look exactly the same as this. The paint that I have is not quite the same, but the fade that is in the picture is kind of what I want to go for. The decals kind of in the same spot. So every time that I've painted a bike in the past, it's just been one solid color. I've never done a fade before, but I've watched 1,000 YouTube videos on it, so I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out to the point that it's going to look good enough. I have a bit of an idea in my head of how things are going to go. We'll see if that's how it plays out, but either way, I have a lot of sanding and cleaning ahead of me, so get into it. Alright, so we got the first coat of white done. Now I'm not sure if I was supposed to paint the whole frame white and then just do the fade up from the bottom. I've just painted down like a decent amount lower than the blue that I'm going to paint at the bottom of the frame. So I've done the first coat. Now I'm just going to give it a light wet sand because there's a couple of sanding marks that I can still see through the paint. So yeah, I'll give it a light wet sand and then another coat of white, and then try and figure out if I can successfully fade this blue paint into the bottom. So we've got 2 coats of the white paint on now. That's gonna dry overnight. I'll check it out in the morning. I might have to hit it with one more coat of the white before we hit it with the blue. This evening's job I've got to make up the stickers for the frame, and I also have to make up some t-shirts for the day. So I actually made this t-shirt up here probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've used it a heap, and it's actually fared pretty well, to be honest, considering it's a Kmart t-shirt with Kmart iron-on vinyl. So we've got all the stickers that we're going to use loaded up here. I got some black vinyl ready to go, sticker cutter, so the easy part's done. Bike stickers. So my process for that is basically just to draw out a bit of a mud map of the bike, and then just throw a tape measure over it, measure out the rough sizes of the stickers that I want, write them down here, size them up in the Cameo program, and then just send them straight over to the cutter, and then they'll come out. You just have to weed out the bits that you don't want, and ready to go. Now it's onto the fun, which is the t-shirts. So I have 3 t-shirts to make up. I already got one made up for myself. Now I'm gonna make up another one for myself, so when I finish the ride, I'll have a fresh one to put on. And I'm gonna make Logan 2. So when he's halfway through his run, he can switch to a new one. He also has one that's already made up, so at the end of the run, he can switch into a fresh one. So when it comes to the t-shirts, it's pretty much the same concept as the stickers. So I wanna show you the process of cutting it out. The only thing that you have to remember is that when you are cutting it out, you have to cut it out mirrored, so that way when you iron it on the shirt, it's the right way around. So I'll get into cutting out the prints now, and then we can get onto sticking them on the shirts. So first print done. Now I've got 3 prints to do on the back of each shirt, and a small one to do on the front, and 3 shirts in total. So a little bit of work ahead of me, but it's Friday night, so let's get wild. So the frame and forks are painted up. Now it didn't turn out exactly how I had imagined it. Turns out it's quite a bit harder to get a nice even gradient with a spray can, especially the ones that I have, but it still looks pretty cool. So it's had a bit of time to dry now, and I've just wet sanded the top tube and the head tube to get any of the overspray off, so they're a nice clean white, and then you get sort of the fade up of the blue everywhere else. I just want that nice clean white on the top and the front for the stickers. So now it's just a matter of placing these stickers on and then going to hit the whole lot with some clear coat. So I know it probably looks exactly the same now as it did before I put the stickers on in camera, but just these little touches makes the bike just look completely different. So I'm actually pretty happy with how it's looking now, and I can't wait to get the clear on. Painted up, so let's build a bike. So that's the build wrapped up. It is currently the 25th of November, so we're a few days out now from the ride. I've only just got a chance to put this together, so I haven't really ridden it yet. I've taken it around the block and it seems fine, but I'm gonna take it out tonight for a training session, make sure that it is all working correctly, and yeah, then we're ready to go on the big day. So I've also got the shirts made up, which look pretty cool. So I'll be rocking these on the day, nice and breathable. A little bit more breathable than my normal t-shirts that I wear, so I'll be glad to be wearing one of these on the bike. The weather is looking like it is going to be quite hot, 33 degrees, chance of a storm, and also a little bit windy. So yeah, it's going to be a day for it, but it is going to be a fun day. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. I don't know if I'll get any clips on my training ride tonight, but you will see it in the next video where we're going to be going on quite a ride, and we'll also be capturing some of Logan's run. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this build video, and hopefully you enjoy the next video to come where we actually take this thing out and get some use out of it. If you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. But yeah, until the next one.